David Callister, very much missed indeed. And he was just over everything. Incredible broadcasting skills and a phenomenal love of music, especially obviously country music as well. But we are now joined by Rachel, daughter of David, and Robin, granddaughter of David. And we've been talking about his sort of radio side of things. But what about from a family point of view? How do you think of and remember your dad, Rach?
Oh, he was fantastic. He was such fun. He was larger than life character, and he just made us laugh all the time, didn't he, Rob? Yeah, he was great.
And what are some of your lasting memories of him, Robin?
I don't know if I can say this on radio. We went on holiday and we played Truth or Dare, and he mooned out the hotel window, and it was just, honestly, he was just so funny, and he was just great. He was great granddad, great dad, obviously, and great radio presenter, great at everything, I think.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. And did he instill in you a love of music as well, Rach?
He did. He tried to get me to learn guitar, but I was such a wimp. It hurt my fingers, so I gave that up.
Because, of course, he wrote music as well, didn't he, famously?
TT Hall of Fame, yes. He wrote the TT Hall of Fame and various other...
Forgotten that one.
Yeah.
Did you see? Because I was always thinking he must have been out all the time, because he always seemed to be off to do another interview somewhere or other. So was he sort of coming and going through the household?
Coming and going, but he was great with his granddaughter.
My daughter, he used to pick her up from school, and they used to play like with their teddies and everything, and Terry the pterodactyl threw him up and down the stairs. So he was proper hands-on with his great-granddaughter as well.
He was. He played lions with you and Liam, didn't he?
Yeah, so. I was always the baby lion, and I had to be carried by him up the stairs on his back.
All these made-up games that you did. He was great. Yeah, good fun. A lot of fun.
And we should say as well, he was always, because we have this wonderful, just to my left here on the desk at Christie, there's this great selection of ties. And certainly I remember whenever he came up here, he was dapper, was the word I used.
He always had a tie on.
He'd always have his tie on. And he'd always have a cap on of some kind as well, some sort of cap.
Yeah.
He'd always have a tie on. And he did, rather like myself, he was quite fond of the quite sort of outre tie, shall we say. A tie which you thought, what is that? It would be something, be something loud or something colourful or something really unusual was on his tie. He would have some tasteful ones, really sort of quite discreet ones as well for the quieter days.
For political interviews.
Yes, but more often than not, there always seemed to be something that was like, whoa, what have you got in your tie today, Dave? A real collection. And this is something, so you must have, how many ties did he have? Any idea? Must have had dozens and dozens and dozens.
I counted 80.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad at all. And talk about a mix like HS, because some of them a bit more sort of reserved, some of them really outlandish. You've brought some with you. Just talk us through some of the ones you've brought.
So the ones we've brought, these aren't in the
sale
that we're going to do. But there's a Beatles one, which is fantastic, really. It's got all of the Beatles on. We've got a Lowry one. There's all sorts, though. There's Mona Lisa. There's the Twin Towers, New York ties. There's all sorts of different ones. Cricket, which he was really keen on. So we've got a lot of cricket. He's got a lot of cricket ties. And he bought a lot of Jerry Garcia ties.
Now, this is as in Jerry from the Grateful Dead Garcia.
Yeah.
What do you mean, his ties?
Yeah, he used to design ties. So
who knew?
Who knew? And I think they're wonderful. I think they're great designs. So there's a number of them in the sale that we still got. That's another one as well.
So it's a great idea. So these ties, or you've decided as a family, obviously, is sizable collection of ties.
Yeah.
So they're being they're being auctioned off. Are they for?
We've put them. They've put them in the window at hospice because my mum and I were all really grateful for hospice helping when he was ill, and so we decided that we'll donate them to hospice so that they can raise some money for them. Now, I think they're going to put a price on them. We've already raised £105, so the rest of the ones that are for sale, let's see what people can give for them. But I don't know exactly how much, but give what you can, really.
Go down to the hospice, get your Christmas presents from there, because they're done such a good job,
Yeah,
don't they? So
So you can see them
anything-
now, can't you?
Yeah.
they're in the shop window. So they're in a little Christmas display down there. So yeah, any chance to go into the hospice to even just put you in there and have a look around, and if they sell Christmas cards down there, don't they? And just go in, have a browse around. Anything that gets you into the shop is what we want to do, really, isn't it?
And bow ties as well.
I remember him wearing bow ties, and so
Jazzy
you
bow
could have
ties.
a little piece of musical history here, and
Yeah.
also a connection for anyone who loved listening to David on the radio or who knew him, a connection to him as well, which is so lovely. I mean, I bet you've got your eye on some H, have
Well,
you?
actually, see,
Yeah.
these are all gone, unfortunately. So
Oh,
I like this. I'm
wow.
going to have to go down to
hospice
the
quick.
shop and take a look.
Go
Yeah.
down there.
And I was
quick.
also, we were just talking before we came on air, and I didn't realise this, but along with his love of ties and caps, he was also a great shorts wearer. If you ever went round to David's house, he would always have shorts on. But Robin was saying, even when you went on a holiday, apparently, he would have
Tie.
he'd have shorts, tie, and shirt on.
And a hat.
Oh, that is brilliant. Do you have a favourite one, Robin, that you found going through the ties?
They're all quirky in like a different way. Like, I really like the Beatles one, but that's for obvious reasons, isn't it? But I just thought it was quite nice that at his funeral, all like his grandsons and his sons they picked out their favourite ties, and they were all colourful, and yeah, it was just really nice. Just a nice way to remember him, kind of thing, because he was such a colourful character. So
Very much
Yeah,
so,
he
wasn't
was.
he? So this is fabulous. So people can raise money for an excellent charity over here, and also have something that will bring them joy. Make great Christmas presents for people as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
Secret
Yeah.
Santa
Perfect,
as well.
Secret Santa.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
great idea. So just remind us again how people can get their hands on these then, Rach.
So if you go to the hospice shop now, they've got a display in the window that's a Christmas tree which has all of his ties hung over it. And so you can just go and have a look and see which one you like and choose a tie for Christmas.
That's terrific. And what else have you got? You've got something just to your left there on the desk.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
something shiny and
Now,
gold.
that's the gold disc that you guys
Yeah.
got him when he retired from 54 years on Manx Radio.
You got some way to go yet, Christy.
Just a few more years. Another 50. Yeah.
54 years. So, and Mum's very proud of this. So this will be in the window, but it's not for sale.
You can't bid
So
for
if
that.
anybody wants to have a look at it, the disc that Manx Radio got for Dad, go down to the hospice shop in Strand Street.
Oh.
And yeah.
What if, just out of interest, because I know that we do have some listeners off island as well, if anyone off island is listening, might they have a chance to be able to get their hands on one of the ties?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
It's a question, isn't it?
If you want to get in touch, we could see
Yeah,
what we
we
could do.
Yeah.
could see what we could do.
see.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening, you do want one, if you message us here at the station, and then we can always put you all
Yeah,
in touch.
definitely, yeah.
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 Okay. It's an absolute joy speaking to you and remembering David as well, and seeing these glorious ties, and it's a fabulous thing you're doing. So I think we're going to have to race down there before they're all gone.
I tell you what, I've got a Secret Santa to do, maybe, so,
I was thinking that as well.